Imagine a world without music, a bleak, soundless existence. Music! It's a constant companion that weaves itself into the fabric of our daily lives. It's there in the whistling kettle that greets us each morning, in the rhythmic pitter-patter of rain against a window pane, in the hum of traffic that ebbs and flows like a modern symphony. It's in the laughter of a child, the sigh of a loved one, the hustle and bustle of a busy street. It's everywhere, and yet it's something we often take for granted. Music, in its most primitive form, has been a part of human culture for millennia. It has evolved alongside our societies, shaping and being shaped by the times. From the haunting melodies of ancient tribes echoing through caves and across vast plains, to the complex symphonies of the classical era, to the rebellious rock and roll of the 20th century, and the eclectic mix of genres we see today. Music has always been a mirror held up to society, reflecting its hopes, fears, joys, and sorrows. There's a genre for every mood and a melody for every moment. The soulful strumming of a blues guitar can soothe a weary heart, while the pulsating beats of electronic dance music can ignite the life of a party. A tender ballad can bring tears to the eyes, and a powerful anthem can inspire a revolution. Music, in all its varied forms, caters to the vast spectrum of human emotions, making it one of the most powerful tools of expression known to us. Music is a universal language. It knows no borders, no race, no religion. It speaks directly to the soul, creating a sense of shared experience and connection that transcends all barriers. It's a common thread that binds humanity together, a song that resonates in the heart of every individual, regardless of where they come from or who they are. Music, a universal language, transcends borders and connects people unlike anything else. Ever heard of psychedelic music? It's not just a genre, it's an experience. Psychedelic music, what a trip! It emerged in the mid-60s, right in the heart of counterculture, a time of social, political, and cultural revolution. It was the era of free love, anti-establishment sentiments, and of course, experimentation with psychedelic substances. This music genre is like no other. It's a sonic journey designed to mirror and enhance the effects of hallucinogenic drugs. It's characterized by experimental sounds, long instrumental solos, and lyrics that explore the human consciousness and perception of reality. Picture this. It's the 60s. The world is in the throes of change. Out of this tumultuous environment, bands like the Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, and the Jimi Hendrix Experience burst onto the scene. They take rock and roll, twist it, stretch it, and mold it into something entirely new. Their music is heavily influenced by their experiences with substances like LSD, hence the name psychedelic music. But it wasn't just about the music, it was about the message. These bands used their platform to challenge societal norms, to question authority, and to advocate for peace and love. The music was rebellious, provocative, and mind-expanding, much like the drugs it was associated with. Fast forward to today, and the influence of psychedelic music is undeniable. It's left its footprint on various genres, from rock and pop to electronic and indie. Modern artists like Tame Impala and MGMT owe a lot to the psychedelic pioneers of the 60s. They've taken the essence of psychedelic music, the experimental sounds, the introspective lyrics, and adapted it to fit the modern musical landscape. So, what is it about psychedelic music that makes it so enduring? Perhaps it's the way it challenges us to think differently, to question our reality, and to explore the depths of our consciousness. It's more than just music. It's a tool for introspection and self-discovery. Psychedelic music, a mind-altering experience, leaves a lasting impact on its listeners. But what exactly happens when you listen to psychedelic music? Well, let's dive into the science behind the psyche to unravel the mystery. Music in general has a profound impact on our brains. It can stir up a pot of emotions, trigger vivid memories, and even influence how we perceive the world. But psychedelic music, now that's a whole different ballgame. The brain is a complex network of neurons, communicating via electrical signals. When we listen to music, these signals start to dance in harmony with the rhythm, creating a symphony of neural activity. Now imagine this process on a grander scale, intensified by the mind-bending sounds of psychedelic music. Psychedelic music is often characterized by its ability to create a mind-expanding experience. This is no mere hyperbole. The intricate sounds and complex rhythms can indeed stimulate various regions of the brain that are typically less active. This heightened activity can lead to increased creativity as our brain starts to explore new neural pathways, enhancing our ability to think outside the box. But it's not just about creativity. Psychedelic music can also induce a state of altered consciousness, akin to a dreamlike state where time and space seem to lose their usual meanings. This happens when the music stimulates the brain's right hemisphere, which is associated with our ability to visualize, imagine, and dream. Moreover, the repetitive beats and hypnotic rhythms can trigger the release of serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with feelings of happiness and well-being. This is why many listeners describe feeling a sense of euphoria and inner peace when immersed in psychedelic music. But let's not forget, music is a subjective experience. What may sound like a cacophony to some might be a symphony to others. The impact of psychedelic music on the brain can vary greatly from person to person, depending on their individual brain chemistry, musical tastes, and even their state of mind at the time of listening. The interplay between music and our brain is a fascinating dance of neurochemical reactions. So next time you plug in your headphones, remember you're not just listening to music, you're engaging in a beautiful, complex, and utterly captivating neurological ballet. Psychedelic music isn't just about the sound, it's about the culture. Immerse yourself in the amorphous world of psychedelic music, and you'll soon find it's more than just a genre. Psychedelia, born in the mid-20th century, became an expansive cultural movement that seeped into various aspects of life, from fashion and art to attitudes towards social issues. The psychedelic era of the 60s and 70s was a time of vibrant colors, bold prints, and unconventional silhouettes. Fashion became an outward expression of the internal psychedelic experience as people donned tie-dye shirts, bell-bottom jeans, and flower crowns. It was an era of anything goes, and this sentiment was reflected in the eclectic and experimental style trends. Art too was transformed. Psychedelic art, with its spiraling patterns, vivid colors, and distorted forms, sought to visually capture the transcendent experiences induced by the music and, in some cases, mind-altering substances. This art form continues to influence contemporary artists, from graphic designers to painters, who draw inspiration from its surreal and imaginative aesthetic. The influence of psychedelic music extended beyond the realms of fashion and art and into social and political spheres. The counterculture movement of the time, fueled in part by this genre, questioned established norms and advocated for peace, love, and freedom. The music and its associated culture helped shape attitudes towards pressing social issues, from civil rights to the anti-war movement. Today, the echo of psychedelic music can still be heard. Contemporary musicians, from rock bands to electronic artists, continue to experiment with the genre's characteristic elements, pushing the boundaries of what is sonically possible. They're not just creating music, they're carrying forward a rich cultural legacy. Psychedelic music, a symbol of counterculture, has left an indelible mark on society. Its influence, evident in the echoes of the past and the trends of the present, continues to ripple outwards, shaping the way we listen, dress, create, and think. The psychedelic culture, much like the music itself, is a vibrant, ever-evolving tapestry of ideas, sounds, and expressions. Psychedelic music, a symbol of counterculture, has left an indelible mark on society. What does the future hold for psychedelic music? A question that has been asked by many, yet the answer remains as elusive as the genre itself. But let's take a moment to gaze into the crystal ball of possibilities, shall we? In recent years, we've seen a resurgence of psychedelic music, a phoenix-like rebirth that has seen the genre rise from the ashes of the past. This resurgence is not just a mere echo of the 60s, but a fresh, contemporary interpretation that intertwines the old with the new. Psychedelic music is no longer confined to the boundaries of rock and pop. It's found its way into the realms of electronic music, hip-hop, and even classical compositions. This cross-pollination of genres is not only expanding the very definition of psychedelic music, but is also creating a sonic landscape that is as diverse as it is mesmerizing. But the future of psychedelic music isn't just about the music itself. It's about the role it can play in our lives. With the increasing acceptance and research into the therapeutic use of psychedelics, there's a growing interest in the power of this genre to facilitate therapeutic and transformative experiences. Imagine a future where psychedelic music isn't just something you listen to, but a tool for healing, a catalyst for personal growth, a world where the swirling melodies and transcendent rhythms of psychedelic music are used to guide therapeutic sessions to help us navigate the realms of our minds and hearts. This potential for growth and transformation is perhaps what makes the future of psychedelic music so exciting. It's a genre that's not just evolving musically, but also culturally and socially, pushing boundaries and challenging norms. The future of psychedelic music is as unpredictable and exciting as the genre itself, promising a kaleidoscope of sonic experiences. So let's keep our ears open and our minds ready for the psychedelic journey that lies ahead. There's no telling where it might take us, but one thing is for sure: it's going to be a trip worth taking.